Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Today, we're talking to Vinny. Sorry I'm late. I had to fix a physics bug right before stream with Vinny. He was falling through the world. But that is fixed now. But what we're gonna get to today is that, just one moment. As you can see, Vinny tells us about the three primordial beasts. I've modeled two of them. There's Leviathan, who dwells in the depths, as Vinny says. There's Behemoth, who roams the jungle and is taller than the tallest tree. But then there's also Ziz, a bird so big his wings can block out the sun. You gotta take them all out? Capiche. Okay, he's gotta get us his thing. But anyway, so we have worked on... I've finished modeling basically Leviathan and Behemoth. But we don't have a Ziz. So if you've played the playtest... Okay, cool. You've probably seen Leviathan before. Now, he's over here. You may have fought him. And then we have... If you have, if you're familiar with, if you've done some exploration, you've probably seen Behemoth, who doesn't fully work at the moment, but he's there. But what we need to do today is we're going to do some 3D modeling, and we're going to make a terrifying, ferocious bird that can block out the sun. Yeah, that is true. That is a good point. One thing that I could do, Firefly, is, sorry, 1 second. I could make it so that Leviathan rises out of the water when you show up, and I think that would be really cool. Underwater fight. Right now I need to figure out the underwater swimming mechanics. I kind of decided that I do want to add them at some point. I'm just not exactly sure how they're going to work. But anyway, before we get into the modeling in Blender and everything, as usual, I've got some soda. This is called Barbican. It's from the UAE, or it was made in the UAE. It's like a malt, pomegranate flavored malt soda. It's not bad. Tastes very pomegranate-y. But anyway, maybe you have to do certain things to get Leviathan to come to the surface. It's also a good idea. I know people have been thirsting for the Leviathan fight to be like a little bit more involved, and that could be a good way to do it. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and quit out of the game. We're gonna, I should really make a playlist of short Odyssey music, but for now we're gonna just, find the, classic, background music video that I always use. Alright. So, I was thinking about what would Ziz look like, and my immediate thought was, he's gonna look like a turkey vulture, because, because turkey vultures look terrifying, and that would be perfect. So, let's get Blender open here. We're on Blender 4.4. I haven't updated to 4.5 yet because I am afraid. So, oftentimes... Sorry, this music is just a little bit loud for me. Let me adjust my levels here. Oopsies. That's better. Okay, so... Normally I start with nothing in Blender, but today we're lucky because we already have some birds. So what we can do is we can just import, or I guess open. Yeah, don't save this. We're just gonna start with, Vinny, I think. Because we already have a bird. So, I'm gonna go ahead and save this as... I'm gonna make a new folder here. Ziz. And he's gonna be the terrifying turkey vulture bird. So, let's get into edit mode here. And then let's see the turkey vulture. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. And then, images cannot be... Oh, we need to be in object mode. Cool. Let's scale this guy... -1. And we want to be working on the... We're going to scale this up massively because the bird is going to be massive. But... Edit mode, what? How much do we... Oh, we need to get rid of the armature in edit mode. Yeah, as you can see, the feathers are actually another object. But we're going to get rid of that. I'm actually just going to turn off the armature here. So that we have the unanimated version. Okay, we're gonna have to decapitate Vinny. But remember, this isn't Vinny anymore. This is Ziz, the evil bird. Okay, so why did that music stop? Is my connection still in? Okay, we're back. I guess we'll do it from up top. Get our, just delete. And then we can start building our... Actually, that's... We don't want to have that one selected. We can start building our evil bird here. I guess we're gonna have to match the scale here. I guess what we can do is we can fill in that. That's not quite correct. We have to do the other kind of select. Okay, cool. And obviously we're gonna have to do the retexture everything, but in order to get this, I'm gonna inset this face. Then we can cut here. Wait, why didn't that cut? Is it the mirroring? No, it's just because the topology is weird. Oh, I see. I see. That's why. We have to cut here. Use slider. vertex slide here just to reposition these across this plane. Hey, Grub Stompers here. We are making a evil bird. We're making Ziz. He's gonna be a turkey vulture, which is the evilest looking bird that I can think of. Teach me something about 3D modeling. What do you want to know? Oh, use the slide tool. It is a incredibly useful tool in Blender. Also, use this when you're moving things and you want to stay along a plane. Select transform orientation to normal, and then that's going to move it. It's going to align the transform to the normal vector, so it stays on the same plane, right? Even if that's not aligned with the world axes. But anyway, we want to make this smaller, because we got to pull the wondrous. Yes, and so now if we want to pull this out along the normal vector, we just do that. And that's gonna... I'm just gonna pull that in. Yeah, the normal transformation mode is really handy. Okay, and then we're gonna... Okay, we need to move that back to 0. Once again, this is something I really wish there were better tools to deal with in Blender to, like, work with extrudes and stuff across a mirror plane. I dread the day where I have to do UV and texturing. Well, that day is going to come very soon, buddy. But, I could explain that at some point. But, like... Anyway. So I'm going to extrude this guy. And this is going to be sort of the neck of our vulture. And then because Blender has decided that it wants to do all the internal faces, I have to... Oh, wait, no, it didn't. That's weird. Did they... Anyway, that worked perfectly. There's no internal faces. I don't know why that... Well, that's handy. Anyway. So, now we can go ahead and align the head here. Yeah, I'll just ping you in my thread for the millionth time. Yeah. Alright. Well, I'm glad to see everybody in the stream. We're actually, numbers are doing okay today. I was a little bit worried, because ever since I got back from Portugal, like, the numbers have been, like, a little lower than normal, which kind of makes sense, because I wasn't streaming. But, like, it looks like we've mostly recovered now. Yeah, and you can also use the normal mode to scale along the normal, which is handy because you can also flatten a face completely by scaling to 0 along the normal. That's a really handy thing to do. Yeah, I'm never gonna need to massage this just a little bit to be... But we're getting there, we're getting there. Okay, we're gonna need to add in a cut here. All the way up to the top. And then we're gonna need to transition that, and the way we do that is with a cut like this. So now we have fewer vertices at the bottom, but more vertices at the top. So we can pull them around and do like more curved shapes with them. And you can see it's all still quads. Because the thing I want to do is I want to align this more to the shape of the vulture's face, I guess. It looks like you're trying to avoid creasing the topology. Yeah. You also, you just want to keep it, like, kind of even as well. Alright. There we go. So now it's straighter, I think. Pull this guy forward as well. Actually, what we can do is we can do the trick where we scale to 0 along the normal, and then it becomes perfectly flat. You can rotate this just to... And I'm going to add another one of these cuts here where we take that out. Actually, no, we can continue... Oh, no, yeah, because we want more along this way. So we're going to add another one of those cuts. And then we can continue to rotate this. Oh, we got it. Yeah, there we go. And then we're obviously going to add tab eye holes and stuff later, but it's coming along, I think. And obviously, once again, we have to UV unwrap this and everything. You're going to have to, unfortunately, head out. Wow, you just got here. All right. And this guy needs to be smaller. Well, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Okay, now this is basically perfectly straight. Actually, if anything, it should be... Yeah. All right, let's pull that out now. Scale vertically this way. And we're going to need to add that hole, but for now, I'm going to just keep doing this. Because we can just extrude that. And then this is where we're going to have the beak. And then I need to figure out how I'm going to end this chain here. Okay, so this needs to be sharpened. Like, it needs to come to a sharp point. So, we're going to have a quad here. We're going to have a quad here. Quad here. Oh, wait, oopsies. And that's actually all quads. And so now, if we pull this guy out, okay, what do we got here? What's the, No, I need to coat the other side. To see what's going. Okay, cool. Oh, here's what we can do. We can adjust that just a little bit. And then we're going to extrude a little bit down here. So that's a triangle for now, but watch this. Okay, so that's actually... If we do this... connect that. Remove that. Now that's a quad. And we can move that to the middle. And then... And then... that one. And now... there we go. Okay. So I'm gonna keep... I'm just gonna add some of the major details here. And then we're gonna do some quick painting. We're gonna do some quick painting, and then we're gonna get it in the game. And then we're gonna start building the roost of Ziz. One moment. I just need to check something quickly. Okay, cool. So, just gotta make this a little bit more round so it matches up with the topology here. Okay, and we're also gonna need an eye. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a hole for the eye, and then we're gonna use a actual eyeball. Gonna roughly move this guy around here. Okay, we don't have to match this exactly. I just want to keep it vaguely round. And then we're gonna need to make I'm gonna cut this like this, so that we can have here. Now you see this is creating n-gons, but if we also cut here and here, so that's going to be where our eye is going to come in, and we're actually going to delete these faces. So, what we can do, I think... I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I think we're going to want to merge these together. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. And then... that's a quad. We might end up with a... trying to see how I'm going to do this. I guess we can cut up. Yeah, we can cut upward. That'll be fine. Because then that gives us some more detail at the top that we can... there we go. And everything's still good here. Just keep it round, right? It's always like a puzzle you're solving, trying to figure out how to keep your... And, like, it's actually really important that we keep this part all quads because, like, it's going to be animated. So I think that looks like a good quad there. And we can do the same trick we did on this side where we cut upwards. And this one should be easy because we can just cut up all the way to the top. Hey, Hey, it's Jordan. Hey, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. We're just modeling a boss monster here for our epic fight at the top of a mountain. This is the third of the mythical beasts. Alright, now I just need to figure out how to finish this eye hole here, how to keep the quad topology straight. So we'll cut this way, and then we'll cut down this way. Oopsies. Cool, cool. And we have... almost good. We just need to figure out what's going on here. And I think we can probably... Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually undo that one. Yeah, okay, I need to do it. Whoopsies. Finish pulling that through. And then I think if we just cut down, that's probably what we want. Because if this, because this is going to be animated, so this could bend outward, and we would need some more topology to fill in the gaps. So I think we can have a little bit of extra stuff bunched up around the bottom. Just got to make it, let's even out their... Cool. Okay, so now if we go back to the 3D mode. Uh-oh. Well, we'll have to fix that in a second. But if we pull inward around our eye socket. Oh, we missed a... Oh, we have an extra vertex here. We got to merge that together here. Okay, so we select the edge loop. Just pull that inward. Okay. Now, we gotta take our eyeball here. And we're just gonna put it in the socket so that fits right in there. What does that look like in texture? Cool, it's a good start. Okay, go back here. Uh-oh. Yeah, oh yeah, because we'll have to weight paint it to figure out what's going on there, but just gonna go ahead and hide the eyeball there. Okay, so I just want to even this out. We gotta pull these out to flatten things. And soon enough, we'll be getting done with the basics, and then we can get into the game and build the roost. All right. Okay, that'll leave now for now. Now we're gonna do the nostril, which is just, I'm gonna just select this guy and pull straight inwards. Delete that face. Oh, sorry. Delete the face. Select the edges. Move that to x equals 0. We're gonna go back to global transform here. You're gonna scale to 0 along here. Or no, along the... What? Oopsies. That, okay, there we go. Perfect. To 0. What does that look like? Okay. The normals are a little bit messed up, but what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do what I did with the eyeball, where we make a ring around it. We merge that together. We merge that together. I guess I could have beveled that, but this works too. Anyway. Probably want to make it... Let's do a cut in this way, just to make it a little bit more round. I'm gonna do cut there, and cut across the top here. So we can pull that guy this way. And then we'll do the same thing down here. And then down that way. That guy down that way. And then there we go. There's our vulture nostril. I guess the whole thing does need to be sort of smushed inwards to make the beak a little bit. So I'm going to grab this whole section here. All the way down to the bottom. And we're going to pull inward. Oh, oopsies. Gotta grab these guys too. Oh, actually, I don't need to grab... Let's go back to the edge select. Oopsies. Don't need to grab these ones. Oh, shit. Okay, cool. So now I can pull inward. And that's just going to collapse it this way. So that we have our beak. Okay, so let's see what our guy looks. Let's get the eyeballs back here. This guy, I got to turn off the armature. Cool. So now I think I just need to fix the weight painting so that. So I'm gonna go to edit mode here. I need to match up the bone structure to our new bone structure because we started with the different bird. It's gonna fall that way. We didn't do a lower beak, but we're just gonna put this here, and we're gonna weight paint 0 there. Cool. Okay. Real quick weight paint. Okay. This bone. I guess we'll just do maximum weights. Oh wait, we'll go to assign from type. No, actually, undo that. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's just gonna be this whole middle section here. Increase my size here. Whoopsies, not. Yeah, okay, so F, that's what I want to do. And weights, we normalize all. Okay, go here. This is just to figure out what bones affect which vertices. And I'm gonna blur it a little bit, like that. And normalize all. Blur that here as well. Wait, why is that not painting? Am I painting on the wrong side? Oh, it's the blur, that's why it needs to be paint. Okay, so that's now fully locked to that one, and if I turn the armature... Is the armature on? Oh, armature's not on this guy, that's why. I need to turn on the animation armature. Oh, I need to click, yeah. It needs to be this guy. Armature on. There we go, now it matches up. Okay. We're gonna do a real quick paint. First, I have to UV unwrap the new guys here. UV editing. So the new vertices. Where are they? Okay, so I'm just gonna select this section. UV unwrap, minimum stretch. And it's going to be all black because it's a... So if I go texture paint, make sure the eyeball's not on the egg. Yeah, okay, so texture paint. And we're just going to paint this guy all black. And we're going to make sure it's just this selected area. Because I wanted to, yeah. Oh, wait. So I need to save this as a different image. Because I don't want to save over Vinny. Where is this? Oh, I need to create one here. Okay, so... Ziz. Save. Okay, cool. Okay, so now, in order to do the rest of everything, I'm going to quickly save that image. I'm going to open that folder in... This is... Meshes Ziz. And now, I'm just going to make everything black in GIMP because that's a little bit easier to do than doing it in Blender. And we're gonna retain the vague shading. So I'm gonna select all the stuff we just painted, which is this black part. I'm gonna invert my selection, and then I'm gonna desaturate it to turn everything gray. And then I'm going to... Well, first I'm going to save that. Oh, sorry. Overwrite. Let's reload this guy. Okay, so we... And now we're going to color match it a little bit. Brightness contrast. Turn the brightness all the way down. Because he's... Contrast up. Okay. Go back into Blender. Reload that guy. Oh, actually, this guy's, the... Oh, yeah, actually. The vulture, his head is red. So I'm gonna go here. Go into... We're actually done editing this in GIMP, so I'm just gonna close that. Yeah. Select that. Go to texture paint. Why is that? Alright, anyway, so let's get a reddish color. Reddish pink. Reduce the saturation there. Reduce the brightness, yeah. Basic. And I'm gonna blur that in here. Smudge it, maybe. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, once again, this is not nearly gonna be the final final product here. This guy is a little bit of a work in progress, but let's turn this guy back on here. It's good enough for close enough for rock and roll. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go back to texture paint. I'm just gonna make this black, and I'm gonna paint a little bit in here just to, and I'm gonna change my fall off to be, yeah. So I'm just gonna blend that in there, so that we don't see the seams so obviously in underneath the here. Oopsies. All right, it's good enough for now. Save this. Okay, so now we're gonna export everything. Okay, actually, wait. We need to scale everything up, because this guy's gonna be huge in the game. Actually, we need to go into animation. We need to turn off auto keyframing, which we had on, because that we don't want this to be an animation setting. We just want this to be the whole guy. Okay, so Ziz is going to be 10 times larger than Vinny, which is even then probably too small, but we're going to see how big he is in the game. So, select everything. Everything selected. Export as GLTF. Ziz. Meshes, yeah, keep original. All these settings are correct. Ziz.gltf. And then we're going to see. Uh-oh. Blender just screwed up. I assume it's because of weight painting? Ugh. Let me get back in here. Something's messed up. Layout. Modeling. Weight paint. Yes, so weights, normalize all. Okay, is that? No. So there are some weights that aren't, that don't add to one. So I think if we blur this guy a little bit, or add more here. And then we blur. So weights, normalize. Why did that happen? Okay. Are these being affected by some other bone? Ah, yes, I see. Okay. We need to, paint. Yeah, okay, that's why. So now if I go weights, normalize all. That's much better. Okay, weights. Okay, that's now. If I go to weights, limit total. I need to limit the total to 4 because that's okay. Cool. Let's try that again. Let's see if Blender doesn't have an issue this time. Do I have something selected that they don't want me to export? Let's just try. No, add-ons. Blender. None type has no attribute. It's an action. Okay, so there's something to do with maybe the animations. Okay, so we have. I'm gonna do maybe this action. This action doesn't need to exist. Maybe that's it. I'm thinking maybe I accidentally added actions that I don't need. Try one more time. I hate when this happens on stream. You guys probably do too. Okay. That's working, presumably. So now, if we go into the game, we can turn off our other music here. All right, so let's go to where we want to place Ziz. I think we want to place him on top of this mountain peak over here. So, if we go to our meshes, Ziz, we'll be right down at the bottom. Create. All right. Actually, that's pretty good size, I feel like. Something's not coming through here with the materials, maybe. What's this? Meshes is. Oopsies. Am I gonna? Okay, there we go. That solved that. Cool. I don't know why they didn't come in that way, but I'm actually going to, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so, shading. Oh, I know why. It's because Blender, ever since one of the later versions, anyway, it's fine. We can, I'm gonna quickly, one second. Quickly fix this in Blender. It's all you got to do is you got to go to converter math, do greater than here in the material, 0.5, and then that's gonna. I don't know why they added this. Like, for some reason, transparency doesn't work unless you add this node. But in previous versions of Blender, that did work fine. So I'm confused. But anyway, let's just re-export that so we know everything's fine. Okay, cool. And I think we can reload this now. Reload. Well, it worked. I don't know. Yeah. So, anyway. Does he have an animator? He does not. Oh, yeah. We should also probably call the guy. We already have him called Ziz, but I'm going to call him Ziz with a capital Z. And we don't have any audio because there's no music here. So, I'm actually going to give Ziz music so that the music follows him. So, this is kind of what we have with Vinny. Sound. I'm going to give him a sound and a sound trigger. The sound trigger is going to be one. How big do we want to make this? Yeah, pretty big. 20? Let's do 40. 41. 41. 42. And then the sound is going to be the flute music. Save that. You gonna trigger? Maybe I have to leave the trigger and come back. Okay, no. So I'm just gonna reload the game here. 1 second, and then we'll have sound in just a second. There we go. So, we're going to find Ziz again here in the editor. And we're going to give Ziz also an animator. And that's going to immediately go to animation 0, which is going to be flying. Actually, I think it would be cool if we had Ziz flying around the map and you could see him the entire time. But let's go back to our Wish view here. Alright, Ziz's radius needs to be bigger on the sound. And I'm also going to make it exclusive, so it's going to override other sounds if you see Ziz somewhere else. Wait, what's going on with that? Okay, maybe that's too big, actually. 60, 61, 62. That's better. Okay, cool. So, we're going to go ahead and give Ziz a collider and a rigid body as well. But the rigid body is not going to have gravity because we need it to fly. And there are probably better ways I could do gravity or whatever, but like, it's going to be fine. Okay, and in terms of collider, we're going to give, we're just going to give him a capsule for now, which is not perfect, but, and then we're going to change the offset to be up here. It's going to be rough for now, but this is going to be something I have to deal with off stream. Okay, so we are going to now do a little bit of scripting. We're going to give him a script update function, and we're going to need to create a script for him. So let me quickly, oopsies. Let me quickly do that. In AngelScript here. So, scripts, create a new one. I'm gonna call him ziz.as. Yes. One second. Leviathan. What did we do with Leviathan? Leviathan has a script update. Okay, script slash. Ziz. And we're going to give it 300. No, actually, we're going to make it infinite. Basically, I think -1. Anyway. A really big number for now. Cool. And if we really, it's gonna say it could not open it, but actually what's happening is that the there is no script. So let's write one. I'm gonna turn back on the other music. And we're gonna write a script here. Okay, so let's quit out of the game real quick. Everything's saved. And we're gonna open up VS Code, I think, because that's what we normally do the angel scripting stuff in, because we actually do have syntax highlighting, which I couldn't get to work properly in regular Visual Studio, which is the IDE I prefer, but whatever. Okay, so let's open folder. Yeah. Cool. So, ziz.as, and let's look at Leviathan, because Leviathan has a similar script, so we can probably copy up what we did before. So he's got an update function. Okay, so we're gonna do, we don't have a boss component yet for that, but anyway, so self, we're gonna need self. We're gonna need to get the, we're gonna need to get our physics object, which is, I'm gonna call that POBJ. And that's gonna be the physics object that belongs to us, which is ourself. Then we're going to, our current position is going to be our, actually Vinny has a cool, pretty good script for that. One second. So, we're gonna have to make it, we're gonna have to create some points for Ziz, but for now, I'm just gonna hard code them. And he's gonna fly between vec 3.0 is gonna be, this be 100, 256, and 100.0f because we're using floats. And then we're gonna move that over to, so he's just gonna move between, he's gonna fly across the island, I think. That's probably too small, so we're gonna 400. 0.1. So, and then we're gonna add a boolean to see which, actually, we'll just add a vec3 current target. Equals 0.0. So that should, okay, so, the direction is going to be the difference between our, yeah, actually we can, so it's going to be the difference between the current target and our current position, which is going to be self. Get our transform and get the position. The distance is going to be the magnitude of that, that vector. Then, yeah, I'm copying most of this just from, okay, so. Then we're going to have the forward direction, which is going to be the direction over the distance. The current, so, okay, this is going to be our desired forward direction. It's going to be that. And then our current forward direction. Going to be, yeah. So, we have a force factor, and it's just going to be based on distance. Okay. Now, we're going to have a quick, so that's the current forward. So it's, yeah, it's the direction. What do we do with the, oh, okay, yeah, we have to set the rotation to match the, So this is our current forward, and this is our desired forward. Yeah. And then... And that's gonna basically... It's gonna rotate the guy to match the correct forward direction that we want to go in. And so now, if distance is less than 0... Let's put a pretty big margin on that, because it's a big guy and he's probably going to be going pretty fast. And then we're going to do, if that... So if the current target is equal to 0.0, we're going to set the current target to 0.1. 1 second. I'm cool with 0.1. Is that? No, our friggin'... Okay, cool. And otherwise, we're gonna set it to 0.0. And that should make us fly back and forth between the 2 points. And let's see what happens. So if we go into the game, one moment. How come I... Oh, okay, that's why. My game capture needs to be enabled. Okay, yeah. So... If I now go... Oh, actually, we can see Ziz already flying. Look at him. Although he's flying backwards, which is kind of funny. And I think that's because our model is flipped around. And I'm sure we can fix that. Let's just look at him. Actually, you know what? Let's get the spyglass. Where's our spyglass? So we pick up our spyglass. We look. Let's use the spyglass. That is pretty funny. But we can fix that. I believe if we go into Blender. Sorry, let's quit the... Let's mute the game for now. Or let's keep the... Yeah, let's keep the music going, but let's just visually kill the game capture. No? That killed the... Okay, well, here's what can we put the display capture in front? Yeah, okay, cool. There we go. So, if I take this and I just go to the... So I rotate him around the Z axis to 180. Is that gonna fix our issue? And then I re-export. Then I go to Ziz. Then I reload. Is he gonna be going the right way? He is. So let's see. Very nice. Okay, we don't exactly... Okay, so we're gonna need to... I think he should be moving faster than that. That looks a bit slow. But it is cool that you can see him from across the map. Actually, we can stay in the game. Because we're just reloading scripts. So let's talk to Vinny. We'll get our spyglass the correct way. Yeah, okay, bye. Get me the spyglass. Okay, cool. Okay. Use the spyglass. Can we see Ziz? Can we see Ziz? Where is he? Oh, there he is. I think that is actually cool that you can see him everywhere. Oh, I guess I can't. Okay, so I'll go back to the script here. Actually, let's just go into here. 1 second. So we get some music. So Ziz, script update function. And so, we're gonna add a float speed. It's gonna be equal to 10. That's probably too much, but let's do 2. Reload. Yeah, okay, so he's sped up a bit. I think that's a good speed. Oh, he turned around. There we go. That's kind of cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna create some actual points that he can fly between. We're gonna put some markers that we can move around in the game. So let's go to the top of this here, and we're gonna create a new entity. We're gonna call it Ziz Nest. And we're going to give it a transform. And we're going to place it right here. That's just a marker that says that's where Ziz is going to fly to. We are going to then duplicate that. And we're going to call this one Ziz Target. We're going to put that up here for now. Actually, we can put it in the air. Save. Yeah. Now, if we look for Ziz Nest and Ziz Target, we can go back to our script over here, and we can, so we're going to call this entity target now, because now it's a, and now current target is going to be an entity instead of a point, but, so we're going to call this origin. Actually, we're still going to call it 0.0. So 0.0 is going to be Ziz Nest and Ziz Target. We capitalize both of them? Yeah, they're both capitalized. And then 0.1 is going to be target. And then, wait, why is that giving me? Okay, oh, that's going to be 0.1, that's why. Okay, so it's going to be current target dot get transform dot, yeah, cool. I think that should be fine. Save that. Now let's reload Ziz. Save the game first. Ziz, we reload your guy here. What? What do you mean? No matching. Current target is not a member. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, whoopsies. Dot position. Yeah, we just messed up with the naming of things here. That should be fine. Okay, reload that. Okay, cool. Now he's coming right forward. Whoa! Okay. He swung around real fast. So we do need to fix some of that. Okay, so he's going to fly up there now. He's gonna turn around and he's gonna fly this way. And then are we gonna hear the music come in as he comes? Oh, we saw it, and we heard a little bit of Doppler effect there because he was moving quickly. But yeah, okay, cool. Save the game here. That should be fine. Okay, what are we gonna do about... I want to make him slow down as he's coming in now. So right now it's just based on the distance to the target. So what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna... So I'm gonna add another one. It's gonna be called current origin. And I'm gonna initialize it to our own transform. Yeah. Actually, it's gonna be... Oh, that's... Okay, so it has to be a Vec 3, I think. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, actually, we can just set it to be... It's the same, actually, on both paths, so we'll just do that. And then... Instead of the distance, we're gonna do the minimum of the distance and the... One second. Okay. One second. Auto. Current position. Equals this. So we can actually change that so we don't call that twice. So there's actually quite a bit of overhead in AngelScript to calling a C++ function. So it's best to not have to recall stuff. Okay, and so then it's going to be the minimum of that and the current origin minus the current position dot magnitude. Cool. Yeah, go ahead, ask away. That's what chat is for. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. 10SD. Current. Okay, cool. So let's see if this compiles. Okay, that did not compile. Okay, no matching symbol minimum. Did we... Oh, use of uninitialized current origin. Okay, we screwed up somewhere. Oh, because we don't have self. Okay, we gotta do... That's why. Maybe that will fix it. Had a little bit of cascade of errors. Okay. Still no matching symbol minimum. Okay, did we not define, is there no minimum in AngelScript math? Let's quickly, I'm gonna quickly check something. AngelScript, script math, min. Oh, I guess we don't. They don't define. Okay, I guess we got to define our own minimum. So quickly in our script.cpp here, where is that? Scripting.cpp here, cool. Okay, where do we have our math stuff? I just started learning, and instead of learning C#, I'm watching videos on YouTube and using GPT to make code. Is that cheating? Do you feel bad? Yeah, I would not use ChatGPT to write code. It does a terrible job, and you won't learn anything. So, I think you should learn how to code because it's going to be better for you, and you're going to learn how to write. You're going to actually learn a skill that you can use to write code, right? Like, it might seem like using ChatGPT that like you're getting a lot of results really quickly, but the problem is it's not able to do complicated things. Like, so you're just gonna limit yourself by doing that. So like, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to do that. So, we're gonna create our... Actually, it's gonna be a global function, the minimum. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. I mean, I don't want you to feel bad. I just think that, you know, there are better ways to learn. Well, I mean, you're not gonna learn if you use ChatGPT, first of all. Like, but it's gonna return a float. And yeah, so yeah, I hope that answers your question. You're just hurting yourself, basically, by doing that. Std min no a yeah, exactly. Exactly, daughter of banana. That's you changed your screen name. You were Sarah before. Now you're daughter of banana. Okay, well, anyway, yeah, no. Listen to her. She's correct. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Sarah, for answering that. Okay. Let's take an order. It's fine. I just don't know whether or not to like refer to people like wait, why is that? Why is that working? Do the length. Maybe it's because I'm missing a bracket. That makes sense. Don't use macros, kids. They're bad for you. Even though I use them sometimes. Okay, cool. Okay, failed to initialize. No entity. Oh, is it because we're not doing it? I'm annoyed. One second. I guess we'll just set current origin to 0.1, even though that's not technically correct. Oh, no. Yeah, current. We'll call, yeah, we'll do 0.1, even though that's not where we're at. 0.1 get transform position, yeah. Cool. Oh, right. Music clash for a second. Okay, cool. Now are we gonna see Ziz slow down a bit as he approaches the target? And then... Nope. No, that did not what I wanted to. Okay, well, let me think. He just flipped around real fast. Okay, no, actually, it was fine there. It's the, it's because the origin was wrong, I guess. Yeah, okay. I don't know. It's how I initialized the origin. It's just wrong. Justin the voice actor. Hello. Justin the voice actor in all caps. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. All right, what are we gonna do? We are, we have we got Ziz. I guess we can start making the nest. Not the all caps. Okay, so we got, I mean, I guess, what is... Oh, you know, it may be cool. I mean, we can fix this later. We can, like, adjust this later, but, here's what we can do. We can do the... We can add some bones. Just chilling here. That's cool, right? That gives us some a little bit of oh, actually, that's gonna fly off. But actually, I'm gonna do something because we need some music here. So I'm gonna okay. Where's our music? Come on, buddy, get over here. There we go. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, this is, yeah, unfortunately, like, because we just built this guy today, he doesn't look very good, but the other things look nice. Like, I hope so. I did, spend a lot of time running a graphics engine. But no, we're gonna, yeah, so we're gonna go to the terrain. I'm gonna flatten this out a little bit, because I mentioned a little bit on Discord yesterday about the, I appreciate that. Thank you, Justin. We're gonna flatten this out a bit. I actually found recently that the quadratic brush seems to work a little bit better than the Gaussian brush that I did. I would play it early on build. Okay, well, Justin, if you're interested in... Okay, I gotta plug this. If you're interested in playing an early build, join the Discord. It's in the link down below, and you know, we'll see if we can hook you up with a key. The Discord is down below. Also, Wishlist the game on Steam, which is also linked down below. And then yeah, that's how you get access. We give out keys through the Discord group. Okay, so we need to do flatten. And that's gonna flatten our thing here. These are the landscaping tools. They're kind of fun. So now hopefully this won't fall off the edge because... Oh, make it a little bit flatter. Yeah. And then we're going to add a little bit of a lip to it, I think, as well. Oh, he's not looping. That's... Okay. 1 second. I'm going to go to Ziz real quick. 1 second. Ziz. I'm going to make Ziz's sound trigger or his sound loop so that it works fine. Just joined. Well, thank you for joining. I really appreciate that. And I hope you enjoyed the build that you will eventually play. I'm going to do an update real soon, actually. There's a lot of stuff that isn't in the current Steam version, but we do need to we do need to do some updates. But that would probably be done in the next couple days. I really been putting it off for a bit, but yeah. But yeah, so terrain, back to terrain. We're gonna do... We got Doppler affected by the... Oh! Okay, there's other things. The music, I keep... Okay, sorry I keep doing a thing with the music. Gotta head out. Thanks for the stream. Can't wait to see Ziz in person. I can't wait to have him actually work and fight you. It'll be sick. This needs to be music. Yes. Do I want autoplay? I feel like I do want autoplay. Anyway. Go back to terrain. And we're going to add a... That's too much strength. I'm going to smooth that out a little bit. Hold on the soundtrack. What did you do? Give me this game? Hold on this. I'm not sure what you mean. Do you like the soundtrack? I wrote the music for the soundtrack, by the way, if you were wondering. We did do a stream at some point where I did some music demonstration about how I make the music. So there could be more of that content in the future. I don't like it. I love it. Well, I appreciate that. We can show off some of the other music stuff later. But I'm just going to close this guy in so that the bones don't fall out. I'm going to smooth it a little bit. That's too much. So I'm going to change the strength to very low and smooth. I've been voice acting for 5 years. I'm 17 now. Well, that's very very cool. Do you interested in doing like video games and stuff like that, or like what kind of stuff? All right. Okay, so oh, these guys are floating around a little bit. Sometimes you get some like weird physics stuff because the terrain doesn't immediately update. There we go. All right, save. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do for the rest of the stream is we're just gonna do some exploration. Mostly video games. Yeah, I'm down to do whatever as long as it's not safe for work. I mean, that's a pretty reasonable reasonable ask. Yeah. Okay, so. Anyway. That's the volume. Let's adjust the volume here. So, let's do a little bit of just playing the game, because we do that at the end of stream usually, and we got a good 20 minutes left, I think. So, gotta do our obligatory crab fight in the beginning of the game. Fight this guy. It probably does take too many hits at the beginning of the game. It probably needs like half of that, to be honest. Okay, so we get our crab claw. Release some bounces. Shell. Get our, what's in here? Our hardtack. Alright, cool. Fighting crabs, that's awesome. Yeah. Alright, and we got our little letter. So let's read the, that's the wrong button. But anyway, we can read the little letter. So our third day on the island, the captain has succumbed to his wounds, and the remaining crew are tired and hungry. Luckily, there appear to be some signs of civilization on this cursed isle. One of the men reported seeing smoke from a distant fire. We'll have to climb over the hills to investigate. Hopefully, they will be friendly, God willing. Is this the only game that I'm working on? Yes, this is the only game that I'm working on. It would be insane of me to try to do 2 at a time. No, this is definitely definitely a handful. I could not work on another game. That would be intense. Alright, so we talked to Vinny. He's gonna give us our basic quest. You must be new here. We don't see many of your type around these parts. What do you mean? Oh, one more thing. I have something. Okay, wait, I forgot. I clicked the wrong dialogue option. Anyway, he's gonna get me the thing. He's gonna get me the spyglass, but I can continue talking to him. We can figure out the quest. Oh yeah, also, we got a different weapon when we were at the bottom of the hill. Okay, so he found me in the shipwreckage. If you ever need a voice actor, I would love to do it, but I'm pretty sure you don't need one. Yeah, so, thank you for offering, but there is no voice acting in this game. That was, like, a deliberate choice. Mostly because, like, I'm, like, the only person working on this game, and, like, adding voice acting adds a hell of a lot of extra work. And like having dialogue for every person and having to edit all that and like and then potentially translate it into other languages, that would be a lot of extra work and a lot of extra cost that I can't really do. But I'll keep you in mind. Stay in the Discord, we'll keep in touch. These games don't really need voice lines anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of cool, but there's definitely... Okay, yeah, so he's gonna give us the quest. There's enough voice lines that, it's not crucial. Okay, the sorcerer. Who's the sorcerer guy? He's a huge jerk. He shows up on the island and starts acting like he runs the place. He sets himself up in a giant tower a little bit north of here. And he's resurrected the skeletons of long-dead conquistadors. Say you wouldn't be able to help us with this sorcerer situation, would you? What do you want me to do? I need you to get rid of our sorcerer problem. But unfortunately, you can't just take him out directly. He summoned 3 primordial beasts. You can see one of them right now. The first is Leviathan. He's a serpent that dwells in the depths. I don't really care if I get paid. I just love acting. Yeah, I appreciate that. I do like to pay people, like, if I can. But it's not really about, like, actually... It's not the cost of paying the voice actors, necessarily. It's just, like, the extra constraints that voice acting puts on making the game, and it adds a lot of extra work in the back end. That's mainly the reason why I decided not to do voice acting. He's a big one. He roams the jungle and is taller than the tallest tree. You got Ziz, a bird so big his wings can block out the sun. We can test that later, actually, because I do say that line, and I'm not sure that I take them all out and do battle with the sorcerer himself. Capiche? Cool. Bye. Alright. So, we got Ziz over here. Oh yeah, let's get super hyped still. I appreciate that. I'm hyped to finish this game. And I really like the direction that we're going in. I think it's turning out well. Justin the voice actor, I'm actually curious. How did you find this stream? Are you from GP? Did you find me on Blue Sky maybe? I'm just curious where people are coming in from, basically. Whoopsies. Oh, shit. I just scroll through game dev streams looking for stuff to work through. Okay. Well. That's interesting. I guess you could just search, like, game dev streams on YouTube. But, yeah. That's cool. I appreciate that. I just appreciate the support. Yeah, this guy you really gotta parry. As everybody who's a consistent viewer of the stream will know. Alright, cool. Alright, can we kill him? One, no, okay. I really gotta, like, make his health round down, because right now, it always gets to a point where he has, like, a tiny sliver of health, and it's just super annoying. So I might add, like, a rounding down. So if he has, like, 0.1 health, it's just 0. Alright, so, what are we doing? Let's explore this half of the island. Because that's where, Ziz is. What game am I gonna work on after this? Man, that is like a question that I cannot be thinking about right now. That is a time horizon that is just not on the. It's not happening. Like, I mean, there is gonna be another game after this. I will be working on another game after this. I'll be definitely using the same engine, which was created for this game. Wow, it was created for a game that never got made. But anyway, yeah, there will be another game. What it is, I don't even know. I have, like, a couple ideas, but, like, we don't know. We just gotta finish this one right now. Oh, wait, we got our meat. Oh, shit. Where is he? Alright. Alright. Was that a cave up there? I mean, obviously, I'm saying that rhetorically. I know that it is a cave, because I put it there. Alright, let's climb up here. Oh, whoopsies. Come on, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I don't actually know what this is going to be rated. I kind of want to make this rated E, but there is actually a fair amount of blood, I realized. So it might be T, I guess. Alright, here we go. Boy, do I have somebody that you need to check out. What Cyber Reality from the GP Discord is working on a GTA clone. All right, let's kill this guy. Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate the enthusiasm. Yeah. All right. So, oh, little cloud bug there. All right. So, this is going to bring us to Yusuf. He is our boy here, part of our pirate crew. Oh wait, was it? Okay, probably because it's probably still from the 4. Yeah. All right. So. Classic pirate camp. We're gonna join. All right. All right. Let's get the stamina upgrade. All right. Cool. What are you doing here? Shipwrecked. Separated. If you see her, please let her know where to find me. Okay, we'll keep that in the back of our head. Regular. Okay, let's pick up all the gear we have here. This is the coolest place in the game? I mean, yeah, like, it got vibes. I guess it does have vibes. Alright, so... Oh yeah, well, let's cook some of the stuff real quick. Let's cook some, Let's cook an omelet or something. But let's get the... I still have yet to create the cooking tutorial, so, like, you just have to know how to cook, right now, but we're gonna do a little bit of cooking right now. And actually, we're gonna hide the frame counter thing right here. Alright, so we're gonna... in this recipe, we're gonna take a gull egg, and we're gonna... 2 gull eggs and a piece of meat. And that's gonna give us our Western omelet. Just got, like, ham in it, I guess. Which is gonna heal a lot of health, actually. I wish we could do something with the hardtack. Yeah. Alright, so. Let's get this way. I think if you just look up Cyber Reality on Twitter, I guess he's on Twitter. I think he's on Blue Sky as well. Cyber Reality. That's his handle. I don't know, he does post some weird things from time to time though, so just be aware of that. Oh, he's on YouTube as well. He's got a channel. He's like, so, most of the people who watch this stream are coming from a community called GP, which is graphics programming. That's how most people found the stream, but like, so a lot of the people I'm going to shout out are from there, and that's where, Cyber Reality comes from. Let's get rid of the halberd. Oh yeah. Oh, we can see the GI in the cave now, because we'd made better cave GI. Oh, and we can see... We saw Ziz for a second up there. There is something in here, if I recall correctly. But yeah, if you played previously, you will notice that caves used to be like too bright on the inside, but now the cave is actually dark on the inside because the global illumination actually has probes in here now. So now, you can kind of see the light kind of spills in a little bit, so this wall is like illuminated a little bit more than this one because of the thing. But, oh. Okay, well, we do need... I probably do need some way of being able to see what's in here. Because I think it is too dark now. You're not the first one, but, I will say the majority of people come from GP. Alright, here we go. So, I think there's... Yeah, I do need to put more stuff on this side of the island. Because it is a little bit empty. Alright. Do we have any money? We do. Oh, God. We need to fix this. There's a little bit of overlap here. Need to tweak the spacing on things. A little off by one error, I think, to be honest. Yeah, he's got more stuff going on than me. He's a little bit more frequent on posting things. That's him. That's him. I hope you appreciate the shout out there, Severeality. No, don't worry about it. Anytime. Alright, there's definitely shit here. I don't know why I went through the most boring side of the island. Wait, did I? Oh, the thing I was going to was over here. Whoopsies. Alright, we're gonna talk to Luca for a minute. Oh yeah, the cat. I forgot about the cat. Jack. Alright, cool. Luca, what's up? He's a skeleton, but he's a nice skeleton. Well, I mean, maybe nice is not the right word, but he's a friend. I don't know. Yeah, I get the lowest price, so he's a merchant. He's the only trader on the island. You're a skeleton. Ow, I hadn't noticed. Get with the program, kid. Of course I'm a skeleton. I'm dead. The dysentery got me. Yep, not a fun way to go. Anyway, you want to buy some of my stuff? I need some coin to get off this rock. I don't have any money, but what have you got for sale? I got pistol balls and bombs. It's 4 reals for a pistol ball and 8 reals for a bomb. I can't do any of those things, but I'll go. Oh, you get a nice kitty. He's not my cat. He wandered for a few days ago. That said, I don't mind having a little company around here. It's lonely being a skeleton. Anyway, you want to buy some of my stuff? I'm gonna need some coin when I finally get off this rock. Hard enough for a skeleton as it is. Alright. The cat doesn't really do anything, but we're gonna have to... I can't find his GTA clone. He calls it Assault and Battery 7. That's what he called it. He might not be posting much about it outside of GP, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're gonna go to the Sorcerer's Tower, and we're gonna get killed, and then that's gonna end the stream, probably. Alright. So, coming in here. Oh, can we find out if his blocks at the sun? There he is. Oh no, is that a seagull or is that this? That's a seagull. Where is Ziz? There's the big one. There's... Oh no, Ziz is not in the plane of the sun. Unfortunately, we can't... Anyway, it's gonna quickly teleport Ziz up there so that we can see how big Ziz is compared to the sun. Does he block it out? I mean, probably not. Like, that's hyperbole. Oh, yeah, he's totally invisible. Oh, but he does cast a huge shadow, which is pretty cool. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Anyway. So. Let's go along here. And let's fight some skeletons. The Conquistador undead. Alright, we got these guys marching in formation. Oh, shit, he noticed me. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm dying here. I'm dying. Oh, let's eat the omelet. Let's eat the omelet real quick. There we go. That healed me a little bit. Oh, shit. Immediately died. Well, I died. That is, it's 4 o'clock right now. So I'm just gonna ask everybody who's still watching, don't forget that you can wishlist the game on Steam. Don't forget to like the stream, like and subscribe. And you can join the Discord if you're interested in doing a playtest. We send out keys through there, although I will be doing a update in a little bit. So I'll probably wait until that's done to send out the next round of keys. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Same time, same channel. All right. Goodbye, guys. Don't forget to wishlist the game. That's the #1 thing. Wishlist. Really helps me out. Same time, same channel. Bye, guys. Next week.